Hey guys, SirVern back here. Hey guys, SirVern back here.
Hey guys, SirVern back here, and today I'm reviewing Cat Quest for the PS4. This is an action-adventure game, and you play as a cat. So if you're into cats and little cutesy kind of games like that, you might be into something like this. I'm going to go over the same 5 categories I always do: graphics, performance, gameplay/story, replayability, then fun factor. Give each category a score from 1 to 10, average it up, and then talk about the game a little bit. So we're going to start with graphics. They're okay. They're cartoony. They look pretty good, but not kind of variance in like the character models. Uh, it's just kind of okay. I give it a 7.5. I think an 8. I put 8 at first, and then I was just like, I think that might be a bit too high. So I think it's perfect at a 7.5. I mean, there are some cool enemies, but nothing that kind of wows you or anything like that. So 7.5. Uh, Next category is going to be performance. I didn't have one issue with this game. Worked all the way through. It's kind of a more simple game. This has got to be like a indie developer, although I'm not super sure, because they hint at certain things in the game, like if you like this game, there will be a second one, kind of thing. And just so you know, there is a second one. Both the first one and the second one are a part of the PlayStation Plus Premium package, I believe. And I have it physically, but the third one is also coming out, which I pre-ordered. So if that tells you, I did enjoy the game. But performance, I'm going to give it 10 because not one crash, not one bug. It just works. That's the way games should come out right here. Next category is going to be gameplay/story. So I'll have by far the most to say about this category. We'll start with the story this time. So the story is kind of corny, cutesy, break the fourth wall kind of thing. They reference certain like TV shows, like I'm trying to remember one of them. What is the one? House of Cards. They just talk about things outside of the video game world, kind of. So it's interesting. Not for everybody. Some people and a lot of people are probably just gonna skip it. I didn't. I read everything and just kind of took it all in. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's cutesy and just okay. It's definitely not the reason you're gonna play this game, or at least it wasn't for me. And I think the developers wanted you to be more invested in the story, but there is no you know, talking or voice acting. So it's just a lot of, reading, and it's not like a super deep story or anything like that. The game is probably an 8-hour game if you just went through and just, or maybe even less than that, maybe 6 hours just to beat the game. But I did every single side quest. I did everything in the game. And I'm going to get the gameplay issue I have with it. But decent story, I guess. I guess it kind of adds to the gameplay. But the gameplay isn't the best either. But I'm going to give gameplay/story a 7. And I'll tell you why it's as low as that right now. So the gameplay. At first, it was pretty fun. You have like dodge mechanics, you have some magic, and it's quite a bit of magic spells, and you have 4 different slots you can use them. Left trigger, L2, R1, R2, L1, L2, that kind of thing. So, and you can change them out, and so you have different ways of going about combat. But it's just a simple dodge, simple attack, and spells. That's really all there is to it. There's a bunch of different armor pieces to find, and you upgrade them by finding like the same armor piece. It'll make it better. But some of the enemies do a few different things, but it's pretty much just it's simple. It's very simple, and I think you would enjoy the game more if you didn't go for the platinum, because I went for the platinum, like I said, and at a certain point, I was just it kind of overstayed its welcome. I put about 15 hours into the platinum, and I wouldn't recommend it. Actually, it would be a fine game to put 5 or 6 hours into, beat the main story, and just be done. So you see right there, it says now get. It's just kind of corny, funny, the story. So overall, I think both the gameplay and the story might even be like a 6, and the gameplay might be an 8, and then average out might be a 7. You know, but overall, it's just kind of okay. And that's what I'm going to say about this game. It's just okay. It's like a mindless game, especially if you're not reading the story. There are some things to search for, like some chests are hidden off like to the side, and you kind of have to look for certain things. And speaking of looking for certain things, so I don't know why I missed this. This could just be user error. But you see the gold chest right there. Very early on in the game, you're supposed to find a key that unlocks all those chests. You can unlock the small ones without a key. And one of the trophies was to clear every dungeon. The last dungeon was on the same island as the key was on, and a lot of users must have missed it, including me. So I got through. There's 52 dungeons. I did 51 of them. Couldn't find the last one. And I needed that key to unlock these chests to get another trophy, to get armor pieces and stuff. And it was super frustrating. I spent a whole night one time just walking around the whole island trying to find that one last dungeon, which I thought my game glitched out. I really did. I thought that the island didn't spawn or didn't whatever. I thought I missed a quest, and I went on Reddit and went through a lot of it was a pain in the butt. But it was user error, I guess, but I think it was a poor design choice by the developers to put the island where they put it, and you might miss it too. But you can beat the game without that. So I was like a level 110 to go do a level 1 mission because I missed it that early on. But anyway, so I had that issue with it. That's why it's just kind of okay. But if I had stopped at just beating the game, I would have never known about that key to get those. You can see the spells you unlock right here. But I would have never known, and it wouldn't have bothered me. But it did bother me, so I give gameplay/story a 7. Replayability. Real quick, let me say something about performance. When you hit options or pause in this game, it's really annoying. This doesn't really dock performance, but it's a weird design choice. So I'll just mention it. If you hit options, like if you go to the bathroom or something and you pause it and you come back and you hit X, it goes right back to the main menu. So you lose your progress in that quest. Not that the quests are long, but that's really annoying. You better make sure you hit circle. I did that 2 or 3 times. That's annoying. Just a weird design choice. So I don't know where to even dock it. Probably in fun factor. But anyway, replayability. So I platinumed the game. I literally did everything in the game. I am missing a few pieces of armor, but who cares? There's like no enemies that can like beat me now. So I mean, some are still tough. There's one dungeon that's like level 200, and I'm a level 110, but that's like an outlier. So you may go back to like, relearn or re-experience the story. You may do that, but I highly doubt it. I almost gave this a 1, as in like I probably will never touch this again, but it's possible I might. This would be a game that a kid could play. So I just put a 2. Replayability 2. Last category is going to be fun factor. This one started, pretty high up. I was looking for a really short game just because I got done with, a pretty long game and difficult Stellar Blade before this. So I was looking for something pretty short, simple, not a lot of thinking. And this did scratch that itch. And it started up here. It kind of declined. It didn't get like terrible or anything like that. In fact, I kind of enjoyed throwing on a YouTube video, going to beat all the dungeons after. That's actually pretty fun because some of them do get challenging. You have to grind in this game, get your level up. So I had some fun with it. I think it's an okay game. So I gave fun factor a 7. So just to recap, graphics 7.5, performance 10, gameplay/story 7, replayability 2, fun factor 7. That averages out to a 6.7 out of 10. I could have docked performance like a 9.5, but I'm not docking it a half a point for. It just says return to title. I don't know. That's just a weird design choice. It affected fun factor a little bit, but anyway, 6.7. It's just an okay game. It's extremely cheap. I think I bought Cat Quest 1 and 2 brand new physically for like $15 on the PS4, so it's extremely cheap. And the second one, you can play co-op. So I did enjoy this game enough to play the second one, and I'll probably play the third one. And I like that the platinum is attainable, yet takes a minute. It almost doubles your playtime, though. Actually, it does double your playtime. I put 15 hours into this game, so it would probably double, maybe even triple your playtime if you're garbage like me, or can't find stuff like me. But anyway, I did enjoy the game. I recommend it if you get it for super cheap, or if it's included with your PlayStation Plus Premium subscription. It's definitely worth a try, you know. And if you like little adventure games, you need something cute, brainless, that kind of thing. It's interesting enough. And that's really all I got. Over and out.